software and the company. And then the other part is you get to see the software itself and see how easy it is to navigate in the software environment. So to start, I'm going to switch off my video so we can concentrate on the program. Now, AARO is a company that has been focused 100% on group reporting. However, when it comes to using AARO, you don't have to be a subsidiary, have a subsidiary or need to do group reporting before you get AARO, because whether or not you have subsidiaries, AARO is the best tool for financial reporting. Now, when we talk about group reporting in this presentation, it's going to cover statutory and management reporting, group accounting, and compliance with different standards such as IFRS and IFSAS. However, do take note, AARO is not an ERP system. I have had interactions with various ones in the market already, and they feel that once they have an ERP, they don't need AARO software. No, we do not do basic accounting with AARO. That is what you do with your ERP system. What AARO does is that it takes the data from the different ERP systems and turns it to something beautiful for your analysis and decision making. The vision in AARO is to ensure that consolidation, analysis, and group reporting is easier, faster, and more transparent. And because of it, one target AARO has had for over 30 years is to make group consolidation and reporting a non-event. Okay. Now, what is AARO? What do we present? AARO as a company has been in the market for over 30 years. And all those years, it has been focused 100% on group reporting. Hello, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
All right. Thank you for the feedback. In addition, AARO is located all over. It has global presence because it supports groups all over the world. Among its customers are organizations that have hundreds of subsidiaries. You will find groups listed on the stock exchange as well as unlisted privately owned companies. In terms of the standards, AARO helps to prepare financial statements that are in compliance with not just your IFRS and IFSAS, but also other local standards that are applicable for different markets and industries. AARO offers a fast delivery and implementation that has been born from years of experience in the market. We have customers that run AARO in the cloud, and we also have those who choose to have it installed on site. So the AARO software is user-friendly, it is adaptable and easily maintained. And the beauty of it is that it's not dependent on consultants. That means once the implementation is concluded, you and your fellow colleagues will be able to create your own reports and dashboards and easily share them with each other. The unique strength of AARO extends from service, academy, and software. And this beautiful combination makes it your natural partner in group reporting and IFRS and IFSAS standards. For instance, let us look at the academy. AARO Academy is your competence partner, a global school that handles everything from the software side to the theoretical side. They host classes in different IFRS standards, in general group accounting, in how to set up a group reporting routine. And then on the other hand, it has classes in how to use the software itself, AARO. So what this means for you in your organization is that when you need to upskill your team, If you need to know what is the latest out there, you don't need to look beyond the AARO Academy to get your staff equipped to handle all their accounting processes and their standards, the IFRS and IFSTAR standards. And then, of course, you will need your on-site training, and that is where peer consulting comes in. So over the years, we can boast of having successful training experience with various clients across Nigeria. So we will be happy to deliver classroom training to you and also to have one-on-one training. The software itself has been worked on and refined for over 30 years. So you don't have, AARO is not a software that is stagnant. No, over 30 years, it has been improving on itself with the help of its users. So AARO is here to support your closing processes. And implementing AARO is not time-consuming, it's not complicated. As a matter of fact, once you buy your AARO, you can expect to be in production within just 2 to 3 months. And that is because AARO software is not a toolbox where you need to think of what tools to bring together to meet your needs. No, AARO is a plug-and-play solution. As we go on, I will point out the different things AARO needs from you when you buy the software. And once you give it to AARO, it's ready to run. AARO Closing Services specializes in helping its customers during the closing process to deliver an optimal close, because the fact remains that period closing services are usually overwhelming for most businesses. There are different challenges, some of them staff-related. For instance, the staff who is the expert could be absent, could be on leave, or it could be that the current team you have in place lack the necessary skill for an efficient closing process. In addition to that is the fact that when you need to adopt new standards or change the group structure, it increases the workload. However, when you get your AARO software, it comes with it, the experts, the closing services experts who are there to support you all the way. So you do not have any need to panic. And because they are there to support you, we are available 24 hours, 7 days a week through an online case management system. So on this support portal, issues that are logged in are followed through by the technicians, the accountants, and the experts who are ready to guide you and support you. So in all aspects of group reporting, you have the support of AARO. And when it comes to support, peer consulting is also there to make physical visits to your different sites and also to remote connect to your systems and help to resolve whatever issues you might have. So even while AARO as a software is ready to use without the consultants, it doesn't mean that we would abandon you. We are always available whenever you need us. Here is a selection of groups that trust AARO. You can see from here that there are many different industries and organizations of different sizes that are very comfortable using AARO for over 30 years. Notice here that some of them are small, while others are global multinationals with businesses all over the world. You have some in Europe, you have those in Africa, you have them in Middle East. So AARO coming into Nigeria, you don't have to feel that you are going to be a guinea pig. No, they are experts. What we want to do in Nigeria is to join the success bandwagon, the success wagon. So, what challenges is AARO trying to resolve or successfully resolving for its clients and its users? The following. These are some of the challenges that interactions with customers have shown that they need attention. Let's run through some of these. Let's run through it, and maybe you can relate to them. Subgroups. When a group is consolidated into another group, complexity is introduced, and with it comes a lot of challenges. But with AARO, that complexity is eased up, and it becomes an easy process to prepare your financials. In an organization where you have multiple ERP systems, it also introduces complexity. However, AARO allows it to be a central data point for all your ERP systems. And once they come into AARO, you can combine the data and present your financial reports as if they were coming from one source. Excel is a much loved tool in the system. Everybody knows how powerful Excel can be. However, one challenge with Excel is that you need an expert user to be able to manage it well. And if the expert user happens to leave, it creates a gap in the system. However, with AARO, you are not eliminating Excel. However, you are turning Excel to a powerful support tool such that you are not dependent on any expert Excel user before you can utilize the powers of Excel with AARO. I will show you in the course of the demonstration how Excel can be put to beautiful use with AARO as the main source. Multiple currencies. When you are in a number of jurisdictions having different currencies, you need to ensure the reporting currency uses the right conversion rate. Once you have entered the necessary details in AARO, you will be able to do this without having to worry about any detail. Let's talk about the auditors. In corporate, for those of us in the audience who are corporate organizations, auditors, when they come, you know they need lead sheets and explanations for how the account, the consolidation was done. It becomes a challenge if the consolidation was done manually. However, when you are using AARO, all your numbers are traceable and you have a lot of reports that will meet whatever questions that the auditors have to ask. So I would encourage the audit firms in the audience to talk to their clients to get AARO software because it will make even them their work much easier. Statutory reporting and management reporting, even though both of them involve reporting, most times the data are not easy to move from one to the other. And that is because they are usually prepared from different systems. But when you get AARO, AARO serves as a single point of truth for your statutory and management reports. The numbers do not change from one to the other. So it eliminates the issue of trying to blend both reports because they are coming from the same source, the AARO database. When you talk about disclosure management, the fact is this: as good as our ERPs are, there is usually need to export and edit items from it to achieve disclosure compliance. But in AARO, once you have built in your standards and your policies, year on year, the only thing you need to do is additions. So that eliminates the repetitive tasks and helps you to focus on the more important task of analyzing your data. And the beauty of this is this: if you have board presentations, you can link your PowerPoint to AARO and your numbers will automatically be plugged in. So you can be sure that when you're making a presentation to management, you do not have to worry about how to prepare the data, how to prepare the report. Just link to AARO and you get your latest report based on your desired period. AARO also addresses the minorities, or what we now call the non-controlling interest. So whether you have the direct or indirect non-controlling interest, you can be sure that every aspect, every legal aspect is handled and managed in AARO without any issues. So these are just some of the challenges. There are a few others that are not mentioned here. For instance, you have the IFRS 9 for expected credit losses, IFRS 16 for lease contracts, IFRS 17 insurance contracts. These are not mentioned here. However, they are also addressed in AARO and fully automated. Looking through these challenges, I am sure that you can relate to some of them. However, since this is just an introductory session, we look forward to having a personal interaction with each of you when we come to your offices or have direct meetings with you so that we can help better address your own specific needs and requests. So what we seek is to give you a fully automated closing process and a sharper way of analyzing the data. And it involves 3 steps. First, you collect the data from all the systems. Second, you consolidate the data. And then finally, you present and analyze the consolidated data. Let's take it one after the other. Collecting the data. When you are collecting data in AARO, AARO allows for flexibility. So it can be automatic, it can be manual. Some of the manual data you can enter could be number of employees, average age, or similar data. You can also integrate it with your ERP using an interlayer if you have one. That way, you don't have to first export to one format and move into AARO. However, if you can't achieve a direct connection to the ERP database, you can also use the middle software like the text file and the Excel file, where you export from the ERP to the text file or Excel file, and then you import it into IDEA. So this allows for flexibility. You are not limited to only one method of data collection. And now the beauty of this is, once any data comes into AARO, there are built-in validations that happen in real time, such that you are able to confirm immediately if it is the right data. And if there's any reason for adjustment, you can adjust the data with journals that you post. What kind of data can AARO handle? Any kind of data, any period. So whether you want to import a monthly data, a weekly data, quarterly, yearly, you can do that. You can also import actuals, budgets, forecasts, as many as you need. You are not limited to the number of years of data. So we have AARO clients who have been using AARO for over 30 years. So you can imagine how many years data they already have in their solution. And AARO allows you to import not just the financial figures. You can also import statistics, comments, and even complete documents, so that at the end of the day, the AARO solution becomes your one-stop shop for everything reporting, whether it is management reporting, financial reporting. The second step after collecting data is to consolidate the data. AARO prides itself with real-time consolidation. In fact, it is considered the best in the market when it comes to consolidation. When the data is loaded, AARO will take the acquisition register into account. So right from day one, the acquisition register and the excess value register is in place. The logic built in. Of course, you are allowed to deactivate the logic and do a manual reconciliation and elimination if you prefer. However, we would suggest that you let the system do it, because it is a system that has been built on the best experience possible. Some of the customers in AARO have been using AARO for decades, and this is one value they have been enjoying over the years, because once the acquisition register is there, it's there. The only time you need to refer to it to make changes is when the group structure has changed or any such thing. So it's not a case of every year you have to worry about doing something to the acquisition register or getting it in place or working on it. It's a one-time task. When you report your intercompany transactions, AARO matches and eliminates. There are no more differences between what is matched and what is eliminated, and the intercompany transaction feeds the P&L and balance sheet. So we separate unmatched differences depending on different exchange rates used and real differences. And immediately you put the numbers in, the consolidation process kicks off. So you don't have to worry about activating something. Everything is done real time. And like we said earlier, your statutory reports, your management reports is handled in one environment, AARO. And this leads to high quality. It doesn't matter if you split the group reports into buckets, into products, into legal entities, you get the same total. And it saves you a lot of time. Your business controllers can be confident in their figures because it's possible to see the link to group accounting. Now, the most important part, yes, analyzing your data, making it give you useful information for decision making. AARO reports are very powerful and user-friendly. You can analyze your numbers going from the very top down to the deepest level of detail. I'll show you how you can keep drilling down to that level of detail so you are satisfied. And for each time you drill down, automatically reports are created that you can save for future use if you so desire. So you don't have a situation where you need an expert, an application expert, to define some path where you must follow for you to see certain report. No. Any reports or charts you create is at your own instance, and it will suit your own need and the need of your management. You should have the definition and calculation of all your KPIs in AARO. The best way to make sure all are calculated the same way and based on the same data. For example, your return on average capital, they all use the same amount of periods when calculating the average. So up to now, all AARO customers have been able to calculate all their KPIs with AARO. And you can create all your reports without external help because AARO has a close integration, a strong integration with Microsoft Office for disclosure management or other internal or external reports packages. So one of the best tools you can use for final presentation of your data includes including annual reports is your Office products like your Excel, your Word, your PowerPoint. I'm going to show you during this presentation how data stored and secured in AARO can be integrated and moved to these Office tools and how you can further create values inside the Office tool. So it gives you a great opportunity to work with accurate information in your own business. The beauty of this is that with AARO, the financial department now has a tool to bridge that usual gap that exists between the finance and other functions, because AARO will be like a translator and a tool that is finance for non-finance people. Basically, what this means is whether you have accounting skills, accounting experiences, it doesn't matter. Reports that are brought out from AARO is something you can relate to in the other departments. So at the end of the day, the finance department will not be seen as a strange planet because they are able to communicate better with the other departments in the organization. So it makes finance department a more effective and accurate support function. The whole reporting process can be monitored by the users involved or at group level. Yes, dashboards can be created to meet the needs of different levels of management. As a matter of fact, auditors, both external and internal, they love the clear and transparent report generator in AARO because all the information is traceable to make it easy to understand and explain the numbers to them.